Hey guys, welcome back to Salem, Cellar. So yesterday I watched the newly released film Fall. Yes, I did a trailer reaction not too long ago and I really got sick just watching the trailer. But I braved it and I watched the movie last night and I want to talk to you guys about it and let you know my thoughts. I'll be right back. So this is a thriller slash survival film. It was written and directed by Scott Mann. There's some familiar faces in the cast. Mason Gooding, for example, he's in the new Scream film, and Jeffrey G. Morgan, who does not love him from Supernatural, Walking Dead. Now it's about two friends, Becky and Hunter, who decide to climb up this tower that's about 2,000 feet high. Okay, so movies like that never end well. So that's what the story is around, basically. Now, for somebody who is almost deathly afraid of heights, this was a hard watch. I'm not saying it wasn't enjoyable, but it was a hard watch. This is very similar to 47 Meters Down, Open Water, Frozen. It's those movies that strike that fear, that phobia you have. And this definitely did. I enjoyed the movie. It was a good time, kind of, only because I'm just so afraid of heights. If I stand on a ladder, I get nauseous. And I don't mean like a high ladder. I mean like 2-3 steps up, I get nauseous. So I felt very nauseous. Palms were clammy the entire time, but that means this movie did its job. It took me somewhere that I didn't really want to go, and just watching people like basically, get past their fears. Now, when the movie starts off, you see this in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. You see Becky and Hunter and Becky's husband, climbing mountains, doing stuff they shouldn't do. And Becky's husband falls to his death. Now, obviously, this is going to leave Becky a little, messed up. And she clearly is. She just looks like crap. She's drinking. She's depressed. It's I think, 51 weeks later. And her friend Hunter's like, hey, her friend Hunter, who happens to be like a YouTube star, says, hey, I want to climb up this tower. You're going to come with me. At first, Becky is reluctant. She's like, nope, not doing it. I'm over things like that. And eventually her friend convinces her to do it. So they go on a little road trip. Okay, so this tower is in the middle of nowhere. It's out of commission. There's a light on the top just so planes don't hit it. That's how freaking high this thing is. So when they first get there, you see two, I don't want to say they're vultures. They're different types of birds, but let's just call them vultures. They're eating pretty much a dead, it's like almost dead deer, which was hard to watch. It was like, okay, this is gross, but I know where they're going with these massive, flesh-eating birds. Okay. The entire time watching this, I was just kind of felt like a little sick, a little dizzy. So even though this film was disturbing to me at points, I thought it was really good. I liked the dialogue, even though it was at pretty much one location the entire time. I was intrigued. I was like the edge of my seat. I was drawn in throughout the entire film. Like, there was not a part of it where I kind of felt bored. And not to leave out that there's a little twist towards the end, which is pretty cool. The entire film, I was guessing, I just kept on guessing, what's going on? What's going to happen next? What are they going to do next? Did that just actually happen? It was a good film. I have to say, I did enjoy it. I was sick most of the time, but I did really enjoy it. Now, that says a lot. If you can watch a film and be nauseous, clammy palms the entire time, and still have a good time. So originally this film had about 30 F-bombs. When Lionsgate picked it up, they wanted a PG-13 rating, so they got rid of them. They dubbed over all of them. So I don't think there's really any F-bombs in this film. So they wanted to keep that PG-13 rating, I guess. So the friend who plays Hunter in the film, I couldn't stand her. To me, she was just not a good friend. The whole time I'm like, why would you put your friend in this position? Why would you for your YouTube channel, for more clicks, more views? I thought she was highly irritating, her character. Not the actress, I don't know the actress, but the character. She was very irritating. I don't know if you guys felt the same thing as me. I just was like, this is not a good friend. Good friends wouldn't make you climb a 2,000-foot tower in the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere. With nobody on the ground. You need somebody on the ground, right? And like the entire time I'm screaming at the TV, like, why didn't you bring a third person to stay on the ground? God forbid something happens, which it does. Now you guys are stuck. So this was, if I had to rate this film, I would give it maybe like an 8, you know? And I scored pretty harshly. The acting was good. I really enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed the little twist they had. It kept me excited. It kept me at the edge of my seat the entire time. You know, some things are a little predictable. Of course, these movies tend to be, you know, when you watch Frozen, you kind of guess what's going to happen next. Open water, you know what's going to happen next. But it's not so predictable where you're kind of bored. I wasn't bored at all. I loved it. I loved this film. It was really good. And I expected to hate it. Just the picture alone, like the cover photo is just horrifying. You're like, nope, I'm not gonna watch this. Why do people do these things? I will never understand that. I will never understand that. The entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, why are these girls doing this? This is so pointless. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. Like, I don't, things like that don't like excite me, or like, I don't need that in my life. You know, I'm just like, my excitement in my life is like, how many pumps of like extra pumpkin spice am I going to put in my, in my coffee today? Like, that's as exciting as it gets for me. And I'm happy with that. I don't have to climb anything high. I don't have to like jump off of cliffs and things like that and swim with sharks. No. But yes, this is a great film. If you are afraid of heights, go in with caution. You will be nauseous. You will probably have a little bit of anxiety, but you will still enjoy it. If you are not afraid of heights, you will love this. If you love 47 meters down, like I said, if you love open water, if you love Frozen, this is your type of movie. If you didn't like those films, this is probably not your type of movie. But I do recommend it if you do love that type, those survival type films. If you love them, please watch this. It's worth it. It's worth the rental. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere for free yet. I don't think it is, but I think it's worth the rental in my opinion. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I swayed you either way. If you're like, okay, this is definitely not going to be for me, or I can't wait to see this. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Comment down below. Let me know if you've seen this movie or you plan on seeing this movie. And I'll be right back.